Seriously, I had to sit down and do the math. Is it 25 years from Achy Breaky Heart when you released it? I say we because I lived it.
We did it together.
Right. It was a duet.
Yes, and it came out. It came out in 1992.
Wow.
In the spring, early spring of '92.
That's crazy.
Time flies.
It sure does.
I mean, it just flies by. And I know it sounds so cliche, but it does. You blink your eyes, it could be over. That's why you have to take every moment, enjoy the best of life. Mm-hmm. Try not to sweat the small stuff too bad. Life does get to be a hassle every now and then, and things don't always go right, and life's never going to be perfect. But you take the good with the bad and just try to enjoy the good, because it goes by quick.
It really does. So talk to me, 25 years ago, you're getting ready to release this song. Did you have any inclination how it would not only change your life, but, I mean, truly your whole career?
All I knew about the song was that when I heard Don Von Tress's demo, Don is a Vietnam veteran that had written the song, a great salt of the earth guy that I'd heard his demo. It's called Don't Tell My Heart. Yeah, it's what the tape read. Tape. Remember tape?
No, I do
like a cassette
tape.
Yeah. It was on a cassette tape and called Don't Tell My Heart. I put it in, and when the verse and the chorus came out, and his demo was very kind of a Neanderthalic Southern rock.
Got it.
Primitive, but just, something really swampy about it. And I fell in love with it. And I stood up after the verse and the chorus, physically stood up and pointed to the jam box playing the cassette tape and said, "That's me." And awesome. I just loved it. And I don't know what it was I loved about it. I just loved it. And worked it up right then with my band, went into the little club in West Virginia I was playing, worked it up. We started playing it that night, played up first set, got so many requests, played the second set. By the fourth time we played it that night, I felt like there was something special there.
So you got requested to play it 4 times in one night?
Oh, yeah. And that became regular. From then on, it was like, and no one ever called it Don't Tell My Heart. Like, to this day, no one's ever said, play Don't Tell My Heart. They say, play that Achy Breaky song.
Yeah.
And in those days, like, a lot of those people was, like, by third or fourth set, they might be pretty drunk. You know what I mean?
That's when the tips start coming in.
Play an Achy Breaky song.
They're throwing money at you. So, yes, sir, I'll play it. That's what it's about.
And so I mentioned before we'd cut it, had the album ready and everything, and I said, when I met Don Von Tress, he came to the Music Mill to hear the song and the whole album, and somebody had sent him the song Some Gave All. And he said, "Man, thank you for writing Some Gave All." And I said, "Well, thank you for writing Don't Tell My Heart, man. Gosh, I love that song." And we kind of became musical soulmates at that time. Don ended up joining the band and went on tour with me. One of our first stops was going to the Vietnam Veterans Wall in Washington, D.C. at Rolling Thunder in the last week of May, Memorial Day of 25 years ago. So he and I are recreating that now. We're going to Rolling Thunder this year. Yeah, we're going to Rolling Thunder. Going to be at the Vietnam Veterans Wall, and we'll still be singing those same 2 songs.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's so good,
We're
brother.
looking really forward to it. Point being, though, like, Don was in the studio that day. He said, "Man, what, you got any thoughts?" I said, the only thing I ever thought about, I said, "Have you ever thought about if the name should be Achy Breaky Heart?" And he goes, "You know what? It might be." And I said, everybody always says, play that Achy Breaky song.
Right.
And the record company was standing there, and they asked Don, said, "You want to change it?" And Don just said, "Whatever you guys think is the best, call it that, and just let's get it out." And everybody goes, "Let's call it Achy Breaky Heart."
There you go.
I'm kind of glad they did.
The rest is
That felt
history.
right.
It did. It felt right.
Yeah.
Now, we're here 25 years later. Still talking about an amazing song. You've re-recorded it. Talk to me about who's playing keys on this.
Oh, man, Ronnie Milsap.
I know,
the legend. I know. Hammering it out, too, man. I mean, he is not tinkering around. He's slamming it.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really cool. And the whole band is, we cut it in Muscle Shoals. It's a lot of the Swampers and just that great Southern feel. And Ronnie came in and he really took it to the honky-tonk, man. I mean, it's amazing. He sings on it, plays he's just incredible. He's the legend and the man for a
absolutely.
reason. You know,
Absolutely.
he is so super talented, and he just meshed in with that Muscle Shoals sound that nobody else could have done it like Ronnie Millsap.
So cool. And you also did a Spanish version.
I have a couple Spanish versions. This first one that came out today is Caballo Dorado. Do you know them?
No.
Well, they've had the song out for 25 years. They released it after I did, and they wrote it's completely Spanish.
Yes.
Like the melody kind of stays the same, but the translation and everything about it is different.
Okay.
And so they had done it like that for 25 years, and it's actually kind of become part of a ritual in Mexico for weddings. Like I think it's like legally you have to play the song before you're married.
What?
Because they played it every
Are you
wedding.
kidding?
No,
I
they have
love
for
this.
25 years. These people have sung and danced. They dance. They have their own version of the dance too, and it's kind of the same, but in a way, it's a different translation too.
I love
and they do
this.
this dance, and it's like a march. It's great. It's an interesting thing. It's more of a march than a dance, and so we combined it, and they came and sang. Well,
Okay.
we cut the track. It's the Muscle Shoals track,
Right.
and then they sing it in Spanish.
Okay.
And then I'm still doing my thing. Then I sing in Spanish too.
You do?
Yeah. I say the same thing. I do. I had to say, like, I didn't know. I failed Spanish. I got D's. I passed, but I got all D's. And I never dreamed like that I could sing in Spanish.
So
and,
tell me, what's the translation? Say it. I don't.
oh, well, I have to sing
You
it.
have to sing it.
That's
Okay.
the crazy thing is like for me to speak it is really like, it's hard. But when
I know
I'm
it's
when I'm
corazón.
singing along-
Corazón is
yeah,
it's
exactly.
hard.
That's right. Mhm.
Okay. So
no
I got
rompas
that much.
Mas, no rompas mas.
No ropas más.
Yeah.
Muy
Me por el corazón.
me por corazón.
Uh-huh.
Ha! How about that?
That's right.
My
And
first
see,
Spanish
You got
lesson.
it. Well, phew. So they do that thing. We kind of mesh it in. It's pretty special. I
That's
like it a
awesome.
lot. Like it's fun. And you know what? That song was always meant to be a uniter,
Yeah.
not a divider.
Yeah.
It was a bridge, a common denominator that people could share, sing, dance, laugh, have fun, whatever. Love, hate, whatever it was passion.
Yeah.
And it was that bridge of bringing people together. 1992, this year, there's a lot of similarities in our culture. There is a lot of divide. This kind of felt like a moment to just kind of like a bridge that regardless, North America, South America, or it's wherever you're at around the world, you can probably sing this song in
Yeah.
whatever language you want to sing it in.
It's pretty amazing.
And if you want to join in on our 327 mix out of Muscle Shoals, it lends itself for that.
There you go.
Especially with Ronnie Millsap. Now he's the glue.
I love
He's
it.
the glue of the world to bring everybody together. Now, do you know? Do you know Jen Carlos?
No.
Well,
Am I about to know Jen Carlos?
Well,
Okay.
I would just say you would fall in love big time if
Okay.
you knew Jen Carlos. He's big Latin star.
Okay.
He's that Latin thing.
He's going to break my heart, is what you're telling me.
He might. I mean, I'm telling you, man. Like this dude.
El corazón.
He does his thing to it. That he brings a kind of a EDM meets Bob Marley feel. And,
Stop it right
it's
now.
Crazy. It's crazy. Like you're not gonna believe this. Like this, can't wait. This version's not out yet. Jen Carlos is coming, I think, next week.
Okay.
And his is, it's just it's something special. I'm not even gonna try and describe
Okay.
it. Just be
I'm
listening
waiting
for
for
Jen
it.
Carlos, and then when you see him, did you see the movie with Trisha Yearwood and Jesus, like the guy that played Jesus in
No.
Trisha Yearwood's movie?
No.
Well, that was
Who's
Jen
that?
Carlos. He's Jesus.
Oh.
Well, we've got Jesus on the record, basically.
You have Jesus
we
and
basic-
Ronnie Millsap.
Yeah, Ronnie Millsap. That's
Jesus, Ronnie Millsap.
right. That's right.
All
That's
together.
right. They're all
Achy
it's-
breaky.
Yeah, that's right.
25 years.
That's all you need, right?